Yo, yo,
Hey, what it do, boys?
what's going on?
Hey, we back. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back again with another episode of Over the Octagon podcast. This is episode number, I believe, number 25. If I'm not mistaken. We on a mission, brother. It feels like we've been doing this for 100 episodes now.
Yeah, we're getting there, man. I think we've covered almost everybody that's actively fighting in the UFC right now.
Yeah. Basically, I mean, we've been doing it since January, and we've seen and covered every single fight, every single week. We've covered every fight. So kudos to us for staying consistent, bro.
Absolutely, bro. Good shit.
I mean, with all these fight nights back to back to back to back to back, and for us to stick with it, okay, we're doing the damn thing, man. I'm excited to talk about this one because I think that this upcoming one is going to be really good. The one we had last week turned out to be okay, but I think we had some shocking winners last week that really made a name for themselves.
I couldn't agree more, man. There were some fights that I thought were going to be better than others, and the ones that I thought were not going to be good ended up being sick.
Right? So we
Right.
had, I mean, even in the prelims, which wasn't the greatest, but we ended it on a TKO, which was nasty, vicious elbow TKO.
That was sick, dude. Costa.
Yeah, that shit was gross. But we started out the main card very kind of, it was kind of one-sided. Dalby kind of won that whole fight, but then as we got going, we had Torres and Mota. Another day, dude. That elbow was gross.
Dude, this fight night was full of insane elbows.
Did you? I think I tweeted. I said that might have been the most well executed front elbow to the face I've ever seen in the history of the UFC.
I agree, dude. I was telling someone the other day, I was like, it was something that was like out of a movie. It was perfect, right
Dude,
on.
he just straight money, bam, just right in the face, boom, knockout. And I was like, it happened so quickly. You almost thought that he just caught him or something. But when they showed the replay and you just see how well executed the elbow was, dude, I think I tweeted it. I said, dude, that might have been the grossest elbow I've ever seen from anyone in the UFC.
People's elbow, dog.
It was almost like just as nasty as like when Michael Chandler front kicked Tony Ferguson.
Ooh.
There's something of that stature, just so perfectly timed. Everything just looked beautiful when it was slow mode. So that shit was cool, man. If he can find ways to win like that every time, then damn, he's gonna be dangerous, bro.
Exactly.
And then the next one, Sabatini, Almeida. I had a little bit more higher expectations for Almeida, man. I was a little disappointed that he did not look as good as he should have. And that's just me being biased against these Dana White Contender Series guys, man. Like, I'm sick and tired of betting with them. I'm tired of believing that they have a chance because Sabatini made it look easy, in my opinion.
He did, and I was expecting a little bit better, but I mean, you called it right, dude. The whole Contender Series thing is just.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We have great guys that come out of it, Like, you got look at Bo Nickel. I mean, he's got a tough competition ahead of him, which we're going to talk about him a little bit later. But guys like him, you have other guys who have been in the Contender Series who have proven that they're good. But, there's been so many guys from the Contender Series come in and lose one fight in, two fights in, and not like great loss or not like, close losses, but like bad losses.
Yeah, man. Like we were saying, they're starting to pick certain people that will go on the shows afterwards and fight in like the big leagues.
Yeah,
that aren't fighters, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yep, I agree. And then we had Petrosian and Duncan. That one was a good fight. I could have been better in my opinion. It wasn't my favorite fight on the card. It was very even. Could have been gone either way, but Petrosian kind of outstruck Duncan, which I think kind of gave him the win. But then we get into the co-main, Tsarukyan and Silva. Going in that fight, man, I had a lot of people that were kind of giving me shit because I said, like, if there's one thing you'll learn about me, when in the UFC, when there's a guy who is a heavy favorite, a guy, not a girl, but a guy in the UFC, when you give them such a high heavy favorite, I'm always gonna somehow lean a little bit the other way because it's like, dude, anything can happen in the UFC. both of these guys are expert fighters. No guy should be a plus or minus 500 or more favorite. You know what I'm saying? Because dude, this is men fighting men. Anything could happen. So Silva busted him up, I think, and I think Tsarukyan had some troubles with him in the first and second round. And I was a little bit shocked that, I think the world was kind of shocked that he was kind of getting exposed a little bit, which some people don't agree he got exposed, but I didn't think he looked that good against a guy who was unranked coming in, and to go out and have to go 3 rounds of getting pressured the whole time without his takedowns, he may have lost the fight.
Oh, dude, he definitely, because strike wise, man, like you exactly said, dude, this guy was not ranked. This guy, it was not known that he was fighting. And, Tsarukyan's won, 8 times in the UFC or some shit like that.
Yeah.
He's fought everybody. He is battle tested. That's how he won. He went the decision with Makhachev, Islam.
Yeah.
That's saying something at least. That's why
yeah, but I honestly thought to be someone of his stature and for them to say oh, he's going to be the next one up, or he's up and coming, he's that guy. He didn't look like that guy. He looked good. Dude. He looked good. Don't get me wrong. He looked good. He can take. He's good with takedowns. He's good with ground. He knows how to execute. But you fought an unranked guy, and you didn't look like you fought an unranked guy. You look like you fought a top 5 contender.
Yeah, man. He really hasn't fought anybody besides Islam. So you can be battle tested in the top 12 all you want and shit like that, but. You're right. I agree with you, dog. Hell yeah.
So I hate that about the UFC. And we have another one of those coming up as well, where the odds are just insane when it comes to one-sided favorites. And I can't believe that. But we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But when did he fight Islam? How long ago was that?
Oh, dude, I think it was his first fight in the UFC.
Oh, yeah. Very, very first fight. He loses to Islam Makhachev in 2019. Yeah. So... damn, it was his first fight. That's wild. Okay, so what a way to come into the UFC.
I know, right?
Your very first fight is against the guy that's the champ in that division.
Yeah,
so
went the decision. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
But a few fights ago, he loses to a guy like Gamrot, who has also, fought some very good people in that division. So Tsarukyan, I think he needs to get battle tested again before they can start considering him top 6, top 7 material, in my opinion. I didn't think he looked like he should be there because, let's see, right now he's 8. He's lost to Gamrot. I think Rafael Fiziev would piece him up.
Oh, for sure. That's my guy all day.
I think the top 6, he's not beating the top 6, especially after the performance that we just got. I personally want to see him fight Jalen Turner because I think Jalen Turner would piece him up after he pieces up Dan Hooker because that's my dog. But, I don't see him beating Beneil Dariush. I don't see him beating Justin Gaethje or Dustin Poirier or Charles Oliveira or Michael Chandler. Personally, I think Michael Chandler can beat him as well.
It's low-key a stacked division, man. There's some sleepers in that division. You got good-ass people in there, but yeah, I don't see him jumping up at all. All.
I think with that division though, we're gonna see some shit shake up here soon because we have Charles now who just won. We have Islam who's gonna need to fight Charles. Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier are about to fight. We're gonna talk a little bit about Michael Chandler here in a bit, but he could end up getting Fiziev next. That might be his next fight because Fiziev, just lost to Gaethje. Or Beneil Dariush, who just lost to Islam. So whichever one of those guys come up first, or we could see a rematch with Gamrot. I don't really know how that's going to play out for him in that division. But I don't see him beating any of these guys.
No, man. The next fight in that division I see up and coming would be Jalen Turner going against Dariush. At the end of the year.
I would love to see that.
If he wins, Jalen Turner, dude, he goes against Dariush. Dude, that'd be sick.
Yeah,
he jump up so quick.
Yeah, I think he does win against Dan Hooker, and if he has a very, very good performance, then absolutely give him a top 5, top 6 fight because he also lost to Gamrot as well.
Yes.
So you never know how that could play out, but we could see a Tsarukyan Gamrot rematch, but I think they're going to try to give him more of a top 5 fight now since he did win, quote unquote. But I don't know, man. We'll have to see how that plays out in that division. It could get a little dicey. It could really get shaken up here with the likes of, the Justin Gaethje and the Dustin Poirier fight. Both of those guys, whoever loses, could potentially just not fight again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know how that's going to look because they've been fighting for a very long time, and they're kind of gatekeeping that top 5, both of them.
Yeah, man, they have, dude. They've fought everyone in that division, and dog, yeah.
I mean, at some point, it's just going to be either for a paycheck, and that's it, because the loser of this fight's not going to ever get a title shot again.
No, man, not at all. And shit, like you said, dude, those guys, they've been actively fighting. They haven't stopped, man. So
yeah, they really haven't.
It's been like a 4-year run of just these dudes fighting at least twice a year.
So,
and that's insane. That's 8 times.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm curious to see how it's going to play out for him. But our main event, this one kind of, I was impressed, man. Jared Cannonier came out and put the beating on Marvin Vettori.
Dude, I've never been a Vettori fan. I felt this, man. Like,
you felt what? The beating that he took?
Yes.
It was rough.
Dude, I just don't think he's good. I'm not impressed by him at all, man. He's one of those guys that'll just stall the whole entire fight.
Marvin Vettori is good. I mean, he's not great, but he's good enough to be where he's at. Like he's one of those like perfectly rated fighters. Like he's not underrated, he's not overrated. He's just perfectly balanced. He can strike. He knows how to, and he can take a fucking punch.
He's definitely got a chin. I'll give him that.
I mean, he's what they said. He's never been knocked out, right, in his UFC career, and he just took the record for most strikes taken in the middleweight division in the history of the UFC.
God, man.
I mean, and he didn't get. I mean, he definitely got phased a few times, but he made it through it, dude. He just fought through the strikes. But Jared Cannonier impressed me. Like, he really did. For a guy that's almost 40 years old, he looked the best he's looked in a long time.
He looked great, man. He looked solid. He was not winded at all. He did great. But, dude, I just think that why the people thought Vettori was so good was that division is just super, super weak, in my opinion, man.
It definitely is weak for sure. I mean, now Jared Cannonier has moved into the top 3, so he's the number 3 fighter. You got Robert Whittaker, who has lost to Izzy already. Alex Pieta is the number 1 contender, who is no longer in the division. So technically, Robert Whittaker is the number 1. Jared Cannonier is the number 2. Marvin Vettori is the number 4, and Dricus du Plessis is the number 5. Which, that's gross.
I'm telling you, dude, it's like, you look, Vittori's been good gatekeeping in a weak ass division. I'm like, dude, he's just, there's nobody else really, man. I'm ready for someone to jump up in this, like, big time. And there's really not even,
I mean, if you look at the top 15, you have guys like Brennan Allen who are coming up who could potentially be good. Jack Hermansson's okay. Kelvin Gastelum's back in the mix again. I know they just announced today that Kelvin Gastelum has agreed to fight Shavkat Rakhmonov. I don't know how that's going to look because I believe that's 2 different divisions.
Did that really happen? Shit.
Yeah, but it wasn't it was just like an agreement. Like, I think Shavkat said something about him, and Kelvin was like, "Yeah, I'll fight him."
Shit, I mean, run that. That'd be awesome.
But that would be stupid. Nobody wants to see that. We want to see Shavkat versus fucking Khamzat.
Dog, come on.
Or
now.
Shavkat versus Gilbert Burns or something like that. Give me the likes of those fights. But Jared Cannonier, what's next for him though? We got Robert Whittaker, who's about to fight Dricus du Plessis. Winner of that gets Izzy. Does Jared Cannonier get the loser of this fight? And then whoever loses against Izzy and then the winner of that fight gets to fight Izzy next? or whoever, or the winner of Izzy versus whoever wins that fight.
Or get an upcoming Bo Nickel in there if he does the deed.
Yeah, but I don't think I think that's a huge jump.
Oh, dude. I mean, if this happens, I expect him to get a top 15 fight. Then after that, like, ride the train, bro.
Yeah, because I mean, he's gonna need at least 3 to 4 more fights before he'll see the top 10.
You think so?
Or the top 5, maybe.
Oh, top 5 for sure. Top 10 though, I think he gets in there, man. I think he gets in there quick, dude. He's active. This man is hungry.
I say he wins this next fight. If he wins this next fight, he gets top 15. He wins that. He gets close to top 10. He wins that. He gets top 5 maybe. And then he wins that. He gets number 1 contender. So
Yeah.
4 to 5 more fights for him if that's the way it looks. But he's got to show dominance. But I don't want to get it too heavy on him because I'm going to talk about him a little later. But yeah, so Jared Cannonier, what's next for him? I think we kind of see the pattern, what's going to happen. But we're going to have to see who wins this Robert Whittaker Dricus du Plessis fight, which I think Bobby Knuckles tags him up and puts him out, hopefully. And then we might see Jared Cannonier give the 2-piece and give du Plessis his second loss back-to-back and then get him out of the top 10. We don't want to see him anymore.
He's done.
But if he somehow wins against Robert Whittaker, dude, the UFC is going to get shaken up because everybody thinks he sucks. I think we all think he sucks. But he somehow slid and made his way through the rankings, and now he's getting a number 1 contender fight.
Yeah, man. Shit. He's done something right, unfortunately.
He just hasn't got knocked out, and he's outlanded or outwinded his opponents.
Yeah.
That's really all it is. He's just he's pulled a Nate Diaz and just outwinded his opponents and been able to make it as many rounds as possible, and then they get tired out and he wins. Period. So, but overall though, solid fight night. Wasn't like, I'd give it like a 7 out of 10, maybe 6.5 out of 10.
I agree with you.
But the next fight night, on the other hand, I'm gonna go right into it because I want to talk about more topics with the time that we have today. But the next fight night, I'm really, really, really gonna enjoy. For one, it starts at 3 p.m. So shout the fuck out to the early fight cards. I love it.
Fruition.
God, man, we just talked about this last week, and we finally get the 3 p.m. cards again. And I wish we could go to it, man. It's in Jacksonville. If it wasn't such short, like if we had to pre-plan this, we probably would have been there. Because I actually went. I was at UFC Jacksonville last year.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was at UFC 282 Jacksonville. That was when Volk fought the Korean Zombie, and that was when Hamzat fought Gilbert Burns. I was there with my father-in-law, and the Jacksonville Stadium is awesome. The arena's awesome. It was electric, dude. It was fun. I had a good ass time in that. So I would love to go back to that, but we finally get another one in Jacksonville, 3 p.m. start time, and it's going to be a good one, man. We have some great fights on the prelims, Nasty.
Dude, the prelims are lit. This is what's crazy about this fight night. I was like, time out. Is that my boy in the prelims already fighting? Like, we have ranked fighters in the prelims. This is sick.
Yep. So to start out the prelims, we just had a new fight get announced. Cody Brundage and Cedricus Dumas. That's going to start out the fight night. Both of these guys are good. It's a very even fight, so this one should really set the tone for the night. I'm really looking forward to that. And then we keep going up. We got guys like Jack Jenkins fighting Jamal Emmers. That's going to be a good fight. And then we got Trevor Peaks. Trevor Peak, the man, dude. I love Trevor Peak, dude.
Trevor Peak, dude.
I can't wait to watch him fight again, dude. He puts on a great fight, and he's such a humble dude. And I just love his personality and his attitude. So super excited about him. And then we got Zumagulov and Joshua Vaughn. They've been hyping this guy up. They've been really trying to get him in there. And I think he's had like 3 or 4 fighters back out on him now. Or like something has happened. Like 4 or 5 fighters have canceled their fights against him.
It's crazy, man. Like he hasn't fought in the UFC yet, right? Talking about Joshua Vaughn.
Not Joshua Vaughn, Zuma Gulov.
Oh, Zuma Gulov's fought hella times, man.
Yeah, but nobody, his last like 4 or 5 fighters have like backed out or canceled. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he's lost like 3 in a row.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that, but Joshua Vaughn, I guess, gets this car or gets this fight just out of whim. So we'll see about that one. I'm not too worried about it. But the next 4 fights, though, are pretty good. We have Gillian Roberts and Tabitha Ricci. These 2 chicks are going to go at it. Both of them are great. Gillian Roberts is a hell of a jiu-jitsu fighter. And Tabitha Ricci is just as good striking and jiu-jitsu as well. I really don't know where to go on this one.
I'm going with Tabitha, dude.
I'm gonna go with Gillian Robertson.
Bet, let's do a friendly wager on that one. Man.
Friendly wager, dude. I like Gillian. She's really shown impressive. She's been impressive her last few fights, and her jiu-jitsu is levels above a lot of these women. So I think if she finds a way to take her back, she's gonna submit her. But Tabitha Ricci's good too. Don't get me wrong. It's gonna be a close fight, but I like Gillian Robertson. I'm down with it.
I think Tabitha Ricci's better in both ways, man. So I'm gonna stick with that.
You might not be wrong. You're not wrong. I think Gillian's better jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
But striking wise, Tabitha Ricci is just a little bit better, so she's gonna have to take her back and to get the finish. So we'll kind of see, man. I like that friendly wager. I'm down with it. I wouldn't be mad if I lost because I like Tabitha Ricci too, but I like Robertson as well, especially after she submitted Rose in the first round in that jiu-jitsu tournament.
That shit was sick.
So, but that's in the prelims. You know what I'm saying? That should be in the main card of a fight night. That fight, personally. And then we got Matsuka Rebecki and Rozhobov. Not really know if I'm pronouncing that name right, but another close fight that could be a really good banger. I mean, 2 lightweights. Both of these guys will stand and strike. Both of these guys will fucking average hella takedowns. They're averaging 5 or more takedowns a fight, both of these guys. So we're going to expect an all-out either a hug fest or a pure grappling battle.
Dude, Rebecki's a dog, man. I've seen a couple of his fights. He's a dog, bro.
Oh, yeah, dude. 100%. I mean, he's 17-1, dude.
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
It's a good record. So, and then we get Randy Brown and Wellington Turman. Randy Brown he's had his days.
Yeah, he's been in there. He's on the decline of his career, man. I think
he's a heavy favorite, but he's had his days. So he's gonna have to bring the Randy Brown he had 5 fights ago to, I think, really put on a performance. But I mean, Turman's not that great either. So this fight's not gonna be crazy good, but it'll be all right.
Yeah, man. Like he's impressive. Still like to say it, like, homie's impressive, Randy Brown, and it's like he has been in the UFC. Like I think he's only lost 1 time in the UFC, dude. And I mean, this is gonna be a good fight. I'm telling you, this is gonna be good.
I just think he could. I don't know, man. I haven't really like loved his fights. These last 4 fights have all came by decision, and they're just long, drawn out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And he lost to JDM really fast,
real quick, dude. JDM hit him with that.
So you got a veteran losing to a guy who's an up and comer in the first round that quickly. Step it up, Randy Brown. Step it the fuck up, bud.
Yeah, ranking exchange.
But to finish it off, man, this one I'm excited about. Neil Magny, Phil Rowe.
Dude, I like both these guys.
I like both these guys too. My only thing is I hate the fact that the UFC. I like Phil Rowe more, and the only reason I do is because I really think that Neil Magny his career has really took a decline. He's had a couple losses in a row, and you haven't seen the same Neil Magny as we saw when he was top 8, top 7, like when he looked really good. and now he's getting another tough competition in Phil Rowe. They might just be packing him up to get him out of the top 15 after this one.
I mean, it may look like that, man. Neil Magny back in the day, dude, he was fire, but like he's been getting tested by these up and comers.
Up and comers, yeah.
Rachmanov, like fucking got him in the second round. It was
Yep.
sick. And you know, Gilbert Burns is Gilbert Burns, and he hit him with it. So like,
yeah. So
I mean,
sometimes but it also may be one of those things. It's like, here's my chance to prove him wrong and show him why I was where I was at. Maybe he has a sort of mindset to come in there and put on a hell of a performance after his last two. I don't know, but Phil Rowe, I definitely think could win this fight.
Yeah, man, he's on a 3-win win streak, dude. He's sick, and
so it's a good step up for him. And you know, I think Phil Rowe could definitely utilize this fight to get himself higher in the rankings for sure.
Dude, he is piecing people the fuck up, dog. His last 3 fights are either knockout or TKO.
Yeah,
this dude is sick, man. Like the Fresh Prince. Let's go.
And I think he does the same to Neil Magny, unfortunately.
And
he's plus odds too, which is like, dude, it's kind of like, yeah, I kind of have to hammer the plus odds on Phil Rowe.
I mean, it would be sick to watch Neil Magny do it. Don't get me wrong.
I don't think he does.
Yeah.
I really don't. But I mean, hell, dude, we get right into the main card. We got 5 bangers coming up, brother. One I'm not going to talk about because I think we had a replacement fight today. A replacement fighter step in. Justin Toffa, Austin Lane. I think the fighter got replaced. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that just happened. But Brennan Allen, Bruno Silva to start it out. Brennan Allen, the up and comer. He's on a what, 3 or 4 fight, 5 fight win streak. Been looking crispy.
Super crispy, dude.
And now he's getting a guy like Bruno Silva, who is very battle tested. Been there. He could definitely make some noise.
He could definitely do it, man. But I like Brennan Allen, dude.
I do like Brennan Allen as well.
He's on a tear, dude. I like Silva, don't get me wrong, but Brennan Allen, I mean, both these guys, you know, they're going on. They're like their 7th, 8th, 10th fight in the UFC, man. They're both been around competition. But Brennan Allen's been looking way better than he does now than he did when he first started. There's been a hella improvement, in my opinion, dude.
Yep, no, I agree. I think Brennan Allen is definitely, the way he's looked in his last 4 fights, he could easily be a contender soon. This right here is his test. He wins this, he's in the mix.
I mean, middleweight, we were talking about it earlier, man. Middleweight division needs it, so.
It really does, though. I mean, I think he's top
Brennan Allen's number 13.
Number 13. So he wins here, which I hate that it's non-ranked Bruno Silva, but he wins this fight. I still think Bruno Silva is a good test, though.
Bruno Silva's a beast, dude.
Yeah, it's a good fight. Maybe he wins this, we get Brennan Allen in a top 10 for sure. Yeah, he'll get a top 10 fight next.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. So, great fight to start the night out. Santos Anama, another decent fight. Another pretty even fight. I think Santos kind of has the advantage here, but both these guys are 10-1, 10-2. I think Santos his grappling and jiu-jitsu is just going to outrun Anama, and personally, I think he'll end up submitting him. I believe is how this one's going to go.
Yeah, man. I like Onama a little bit because I mean, he has done well in the UFC. He's got 3 fights. He's only lost to homie from last week, Lawnware, Nate the Train. So I mean, he is good, but I just I don't know. I got Onama just by a little bit because I just look at homie's stature, dude, and I'm just like, oh man, you could get broken. And David Onama is strong as fuck, dude.
Yeah, true.
I mean, Gabriel Santos looks like a little man trying to flex right now on camera, dog.
Yeah, but if he can, I mean, his grappling is
that's scary.
Better.
I would just be stepping backwards the whole time. I'm like, fuck no, I'm not even gonna try that.
So Onama's gonna have to figure out a way to stop getting taken down. But he doesn't have. I mean, he's got 2 wins, 2 losses in the UFC. So 2-2. Dude, it's gonna be tough. And he's get shorter guy, get to the legs faster. He's gonna have to avoid the takedown to win.
Yeah, he's going to.
So
sure.
that's my pick on that one. But we're gonna skip the next fight and go straight into the co-main. Amanda Ribas, Macy Barber. I'm ready for this one. I like this fight a lot.
Yeah, this is gonna be sick. They're starting off the co-main with just bangers, man. You skipped the Tapa fight.
Yeah, I said that because I think there's a fighter replace.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
so I didn't really want to get into it because I don't really know much about Austin Lane currently.
Yeah.
But I know Justin Tafa's looked solid recently. So, I mean, he's the favorite. I'd pick him. Just, you got a guy who's stepping in on short notice. I think Tafa's ready to rumble. So, but I want to talk about Amanda Ribas and Macy Barber. You got 2 chicks, both on a multiple fight win streaks. Both have looked really good here recently in their fights. I'm a big fan of Amanda Ribas. She's in the women's division, she's one of my favorites to watch. She's the favorite at the moment, but Macy Barber is good as well. So
I agree, man. They both are very impressed to me, dude. I like Macy Barber. I think she's solid, but I just do not see her edging this one out.
Yeah, I think the judo, the grappling of Amanda Ribas is gonna be difficult for Macy to control.
Amanda Ribas just honestly is more powerful.
Yeah.
And so there's gonna be a lot of control by Amanda Ribas the whole fight. She fights well, dude. She knows what she's doing. She gets straight to the point. I think she got this all day. It's gonna be a sick fight though. This was one of the women fights that I'm pretty fucking stoked on. They're doing matchups better now. This is gonna be good.
I mean, when it comes to the women's divisions, dude, when you get 2 good women fighting, I mean, look at it down below. We have Gillian Robertson and Tabitha Ricci, two chicks that are gonna be put on a good performance. Then we get up here, Amanda Ribas, Macy Barber. I like what I'm seeing. I think it's gonna be a really good fight. I always like looking at Amanda Ribas when she fights. You know what I'm saying? So that's my girl.
Both of them are they're great.
Hey man, dude, I'm a fan favorite. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna get on the pod in the future, and we're putting that out there. It's gonna
Dude, if
happen.
she ever hears this, she'll probably never come on the podcast, especially if she's heard me talk about her in the last few podcasts. But yeah, bro, I'm excited for this one. Hopefully she wins. I always root for her when she fights. But Macy Barber is tough competition though, so fuck it.
Absolutely, man.
And then the main card. This is the main event. This is the one I wanted to talk about the most because this is the most shocking to me. We have Josh Emmett, Ilya Taporia. Ilya, very up and coming. Last year, he was a rookie. He was fresh into this. Didn't even look, he was like a Paddy Pimblett last year. And now he's fighting Josh Emmett, top 4 featherweight fighter. And he's going in as a minus 335 favorite. Which is, they're basically saying that Josh Emmett has no chance of winning this fight. Mind-blowing to me.
They're completely counting him out of this, man. And he knows it. And it's fucking crazy because Josh Emmett has been fucking looking sharp, dude. He lost, to the champ, dude. That's it. I know Taporia is undefeated and everything like that, but it's still, dude. Josh Emmett is a fucking monster.
Yeah, and I got into an argument with a guy the other day, and he was like, Ilya's a dog. He's gonna destroy Josh Emmett. I'm like, dude, don't ever count out. This is what I was saying. Don't ever count out a man when fighting another man, especially with calibers like Josh Emmett, who has fought the top level fighters.
Oh, dude, he's been fighting.
You're giving this guy plus almost 300 odds for a guy who was 1 fight away from holding a belt around his stomach. Josh
Emmett's called it his comeback too, man. He still thinks he can compete at the highest level. He still thinks he can get another shot. And I just read an article on him earlier. he thinks that he can take this, and I hope he does, bro, because he hits like a cannon. The dude is in one of the best shape of all people in the UFC. Josh Emmett is a
He has like 9 abs.
yeah, he's a cardio guru, dude. This guy is like, he wins like this. He's battle tested, man. So to completely put him out like that is bullshit. I think he's taking it to the heart, and I can see Josh Emmett fucking some shit up, dude. This fight is going to be amazing.
Because I like Ilya. Don't get me wrong. I do like Ilya, but I am a fan of Josh Emmett in this fight, man. I see him catching him, and I see him hurting him.
Oh man, he is the veteran, bro. So it's gonna be insane.
Because he caught Yair in the first round. He caught Yair big time. Almost put Yair out. Yair recovered, ended up winning, edging out the fight by submission, but Emmett called him. If Emmett catches Ilya, we don't know if Ilya is going to be able to react the same way as a guy like Yair Rodriguez did, because he hasn't been caught like that.
Oh no, man. And the UFC lately has shown that just because these guys are older, it doesn't mean that they still can't fucking catch you, man.
Yep.
And they have been.
Yes. So I'm really excited for this fight. I would love to see Josh Emmett win. But again, I wouldn't be mad if Ilya won, because I do think I'm a big fan of these up and coming fighters. Big fan.
Yeah.
I love all these guys that are up and coming. So I want to see fresh faces in the top 5. I want to see fresh faces in the top 10. I want to see guys who didn't fight 3 years ago be in the rankings and in the mix for a belt. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be mad either way. Ilya's undefeated. It's a lot of pressure on him. Josh has nothing to lose but to go out there and win,
Yeah. I see Josh Emmett taking it to him, man. I see it happening 3rd round. It's just going to be one of those, and I never bet anything on the 3rd round, but I see this being in the 3rd round.
Okay, fair enough. Are we going to make an Over the Octagon exclusive pick? Our pick of the week, Josh Emmett, 3rd round, TKO.
Let's go. Run that.
Over Ilya Topuria. I like it. I will say this, though. If I had to pick, I would not pick either one of these guys in a parlay, because I really think this fight could go either way.
Yeah.
And if you don't think so, you are really a fucking casual fan of this sport. And Josh Emmett is a dog, and the dog got let loose. He lost his last fight. He's on a mission to fucking win again, and he's getting really good competition and fresh rookie, fresh up and comer. Fuck it, why not, dude? I'd splash some money on Josh Emmett, just straight up money line.
Let's go, bro.
So, but overall, though, great fight night. I can't wait to cover this. So Saturday, we got this starting at 12 p.m. I'll be live in the Overs Club Discord. I'll have the fights going all day long. So come in, hang out with me, hang out with the rest of the people in the Discord. Nick, you might stop by. So we'll have the fights going. So feel free to stop by, hang out, and watch the fights. They'll probably go on to like 6 o'clock. So, and then Sunday, more than likely, if you're free, if you're not free, it is what it is. We'll be back for Sunday Spar Sesh. We'll have another podcast that we'll talk more about the results of this fight night. So
definitely, we're gonna do those as the drunk takes. Still lit.
I know, man. We gotta get on the clips, dude. That's the biggest thing. So if anybody out there knows a good bit about YouTube Shorts, help a brother out here. We're still learning the YouTube game. I think we've kind of got the video processing down, but we're trying to get better at our shorts. So if you know a lot about it, help us out. So that way we can start putting some good shorts out there for you guys from the podcast, make it kind of easier for you guys to find us and see some funny moments in our podcast. Like when I just said what I said about Amanda Rebus, a bonk moment.
Yeah, dude, I'm going to bunk her up, dog. Real shit.
I'm going to bonk her up, bro. Fucking love it, dude. But, so yeah, man, great fight night. Ready for this one on Saturday. I think the next topic we have to talk about is The Ultimate Fighter episode 4. Not sure if you've had the chance to watch it yet. I was able to watch it today to catch back up. Conor McGregor, man, his team is not looking that good, brother. He's 0-4. I think his bubble's about to explode. There's a lot of controversy around it because Michael Chandler's team looks great, and I really have a feeling it has to do with the coaching, man.
Yeah, these guys are veterans, but there should be just a younger kid out there just whooping some ass and just taking the challenge on like a fucking true stud.
Yep.
You know, McGregor is like not winning in almost every aspect of life right now. I know we're gonna talk about it later, but it's like, the fuck is this guy doing, man?
This guy is getting allegations put against him over bull sharks. He's got fucking he's got he failed to take the USADA test, so now he can't even fight in 2023. So I'm putting this out there right now. I don't think we'll ever see Conor McGregor fight, dude.
Damn, I didn't want you to say that.
I don't think we'll ever see him fight again, dude.
You know, it was a thought in my head. I just didn't want to hear it out loud. But I've been thinking this from when it happened. Like, dog, if he doesn't do this, is this going to be the last time that we ever see him fight? Is he ever going to fight again? And it could look like that, dude. I think he's on steroids. I think we all kind of think that.
Is it bad to say that I'm not a fan of new Conor?
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan, dude. Like, maybe it's because I think Michael Chandler. I like the humble guy, man. I like the guy who is, and I loved Conor McGregor when he was fucking people up and whooping ass and being the old McGregor. But now he just seems like he's still trying to be that guy. He seems like the guy who's 28 years old and still parties with high schoolers.
And it looks like too, man.
And then tells the stories like, yeah, oh man, me and my buds, and then he's talking to like 20-year-old girls,
Yeah, God, I hope he's not doing the backwards peak. It's like where you're peaking, but you're going backwards at this point in your life instead of just staying right up there. You just go fucking backward and you just become a total idiot that can't handle getting all this pussy thrown at him.
I think he is, man. We know a lot of grown men who are like that, bro.
Damn, well, dude, I think it's because of steroids, man. I think that he's on something right now. I know
100%.
He got hurt, and it kind of helps. It kind of helps you, get better, be able to fight again and everything like that. I don't think he's right. It's a drug, dude. It's addicting. Steroids are like, people do it a lot, and I just don't think he wants to give it up yet. And he couldn't pass, and that's all what it was, dude. Like.
Yeah, but now we're not going to see him fight again, I don't think. And I'll be quite honest, dude. I think Michael Chandler would have won.
You think he punked him? You think that's what it is?
Dude, the more I sit there and the more I watch the show and see how well he composed and how great of a coach Michael Chandler is, I think Michael Chandler would have beat the new Conor McGregor.
I don't think so, dude. And the thing is, Conor McGregor is 34 years old, man. To count him out of the UFC is stupid. But if he does some crazy stuff during his time off and just tries to be a fucking celebrity whiskey drinking motherfucker,
which is what he's been doing.
Dude, he drinks the whiskey a lot too, man. He's supposed to be a top athlete in the world, dude. Like, you see him ripping shots on numerous times with fans. That's cool. But it's like, dude, you're still in training. Like, what are you doing right now?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of it. Like I said, this is the same big reason that John Jones used to piss me off. When you're one of the greatest athletes in the world and you start fucking up, I'm not a fan of that, dude. It pisses me off. Now, if he comes back and wins, he'll be on my radar once again. I will be all about Conor McGregor. Bring my man back. Let's see him fight again. But right now, currently, I'm just not seeing the Conor McGregor that I used to see.
Yeah, and it's tough, man.
It is tough. And then we had even controversy inside the house with, they couldn't, he didn't even show up for the conversation with Michael Chandler about his two fighters and what weight division or what weight class should they fight, like what catch weight should they fight at, because they, the guy had to pull out of the fight because of he had the ringworm on his face.
Yeah.
And, Conor McGregor didn't even show up to discuss the catch weight. He just called Dana and was like, here's what we'll do. And it's like, he wouldn't even show up. Michael Chandler showed up to discuss it. Conor didn't even show up. It's like, bro, how are you going to dictate what the weight class is and you can't even show up to the meeting?
Yeah. I mean, that's fucked up. And he's just known for doing that. He's not acting right. But one thing I will say, and this could be my hot take for sure, I still think he's top 10 in lightweight, flyweight, and welterweight.
Maybe flyweight, but he ain't getting to flyweight.
I know he's not even.
he ain't getting to lightweight either, bro.
Oh, he can get to lightweight.
That's gonna be tough.
And I see him top 10 in there for sure, dude. You got Michael Chandler is number 5 still, dude.
I know.
And I mean, he's definitely top 10 in that. In welterweight, he's definitely top. Dude, in welterweight, he could be top 5.
We'll see. We'll see.
Lightweight too, bro.
Well,
make it a comeback, please. John Jones.
If his team doesn't step it up, then. But then again, you have to think about it like this. This fight, this Ultimate Fighter has been pre-recorded. So all of this is in the past. Like all of this happened 3 months ago. So maybe things have changed a little bit. But with the USADA's thing, he's not fighting this year. So we're not going to see him till next year.
Yep, which sucks.
So who knows about that, bruh. But I'm not. The Ultimate Fighter's got to step it up, because if Conor's team just keeps losing every single week, this is not turning out to be a good Ultimate Fighter so far.
No, man. I would hate for them to get like skunked, you know?
Which they really could, man.
Oh, that would be crazy. And I see, I don't know, man. I see them getting at least a couple, dude. If not, Conor's going to go absolutely crazy, which is going to make it great TV. Because there is something that what Dana White said that is something he's never seen on the Ultimate Fighter happen. I don't know if you remember that from a couple months ago during shooting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that hasn't happened yet. So I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. We're going to find out.
Well, I can at least say this. We finally had the first loser not cry.
Dog, thank you. These fucking pussies.
Because Conor McGregor's fighter did really well. I mean, he fought well. It should have went to a third round. I don't think it was a unanimous decision. I think it should have went to third round, but they called it, 2-round decision. But I'm ready to see what this whole thing is, because I need some action on the show, because I'm tired of just turning it on, watching 45 minutes of guys talk about their families and their life, and then straight into a fight. We get no inside the house action. We get no, we don't get anything. Like, those guys have got to be in there doing some wild shit, and we're not seeing it.
Yeah, dude.
Like, show me a drunk night. Give me one night where they're all in there drinking and talking and having a good time. Like, I want to see that.
I'm cool with the crying as long as it's like drunk crying,
Oh yeah, you're a good drunk crier.
I made funny TV. Oh, fuck you. No, I'm not.
I'm just kidding.
No, he's not kidding. What's up?
Oh shit. But yeah, man. Ultimate Fighter, step it the fuck up. Anything you wanna add? I got one more thing I want to talk about.
Well, one thing that I do, because it's one thing that we missed, and we had the opportunity to go to that PFL again, which is actually, there's some big faces coming, doing their best. They're spending their money on this stuff, and it's paying out. They're paying for people, I think personally, to make appearances. John Jones was in attendance along with Francis. Dog. Could we see something? Could we see somebody be the champion of 2 different fighting organizations?
I don't think that'll ever happen, but man, that would be wild.
Dude, run it back.
Imagine this. Imagine John Jones. No, there's no way, dude. That's why the UFC has him locked in. Because what if John Jones was like, all right, I retire, then the PFL offers him the bigger contract than Francis to come over and fight Francis.
Oh man. Did you see the little conversation they had?
Yeah, that shit was funny. He's like, you ain't about that life, dog.
That shit was
I'm
sick.
that guy. John Jones, They say John Jones was drunk, but there's no way he was drunk, dude. He was sitting on the sideline coaching like 5 minutes before that conversation.
I've coached drunk before. And
but it is John. I don't know. John is dude, he looks so big, man. He just does his new body build you just can't look past the fact that he's big as shit, dude.
Dude, it's like one of those wrestlers that was in great shape that you wrestled in high school with, and then you see him 10 days later, you're like, yeah, boy, you got that weight on.
Right? And then
Yeah.
Francis just looks just stout.
Yeah, Francis looks like he's a machine, dog. His stature is at least.
I still think John beats him though. 10
John
out of
beats
10,
him.
10 out of 10 times.
Bro, easily.
So fuck you, Francis. And we also got to see so our buddy, we had Hunter on a few weeks ago or a month or two ago, called out the guy who was on the card, and Travell Miller got finished by Ali's grandson real quick.
Yeah, I love that.
So Travell, if you want to listen to this podcast, fight my boy Hunter. Let's go.
I mean, Hunter's gonna take it to him, bro, and knock him the fuck out.
Let's make this shit happen. I want to see this fight. I want my boy Hunter to whoop your ass. So fuck you. But then the last announcement, shout out to Hunter for this because he kind of is helping set this up. We might potentially have a new interviewer come on with us. I don't want to spoil too many surprises, but the guy we might have come on is fighting a very up and coming prodigy right now. And if he ends up getting this win over this guy and comes on our show, it's going to be really huge for us. So I don't want to spoil too many surprises, but we're really looking forward to hearing back and figuring out some information and setting this up. So stay tuned for that. Going to be very huge for us if we can get this worked out. And, same shit, different week, baby.
Oh yeah, man! Expect some good fighters coming on soon. Again, it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna be upgrading a lot of things around here. And for the day ones, what's up? Thank you guys.
Oh, absolutely, man. I don't like to track numbers, but I do look at the numbers as much as I can to see. And we have a very consistent fan base that does listen to our podcast every week. So if you're those people, thank you. Thank you for helping us. Thank you for helping us grow. Keep spreading the word. Keep shouting us out. Help us grow. We're not stopping, baby. We're in this thing for the long haul. And yeah, we in this thing, baby. Nasty, you got anything else?
That's it, man. Make the John Jones fight happen. That's all I want.
Hey, I'm ready for that too, bro. But hey, this is Over the Octagon podcast. We'll see you on Sunday. Tune into the Overs Club this Saturday for the UFC cards. We'll have them going. Stop in, say hello. Follow the YouTube, follow the Spotify, Amazon Music, whatever you have. We're on all platforms, Over the Octagon podcast. So give us a follow, subscribe to us on YouTube, help us grow, and we'll catch you on Sunday, baby.
Let's go. Josh Emmett, third round. Let's go.
Josh Emmett, third round TKO. Or yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, boy.
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the look. The drive to go wild. I've got the move. That really move 'em. I said chill, up and down their spine. I'm just a sexy boy.